This podcast is sponsored by Pooks.ai. Dive into a revolutionary reading experience with personalized ebooks and audiobooks, tailored just for you. Discover your next favorite book at Pooks.ai for free. That's POOKS.ai.
Data-supported learning outcomes. How personalized education is changing the game. Discover how data-supported learning outcomes and AI personalized learning are transforming education to better fit each student's unique needs. Understanding data-supported learning outcomes. Why it matters. Hey, have you ever wondered how teachers in schools really know if students are learning? Like beyond just a letter grade or a test score? Well, that's where data-supported learning outcomes come into play. It's not just about students filling out worksheets or taking exams anymore. Now, educators have a whole toolbox of data points to figure out what's really sticking and what isn't. Let me break it down for you. So, here's the basic idea. Data-supported learning outcomes are basically concrete evidence that tells us how well students are reaching their goals or mastering skills. And no, we're not just talking about fancy charts or raw numbers. It's about using those numbers in a smart way to create a better learning experience. Think about it like this. When you go to a fitness tracker app, it's not just counting your steps. It uses that data to tell you what you're doing well and where you could improve. Similarly, in education, data helps guide personalized education so that each learner gets the kind of support they need to succeed. Why is this a game changer? Traditional education was often a one-size-fits-all model. But now, thanks to more sophisticated methods of collecting and analyzing educational data, teachers can see a clear picture of each student's progress. This shifts things to a more personalized approach, often called a personal learning environment. For example, instead of just knowing that a student passed or failed, educators can identify if a student struggles with a specific concept, like fractions or grammar. Then they can tailor lessons or interventions to help the student improve in just that area. That's where the magic happens. Targeted support built on real data. The role of technology. Technology has obviously been a huge part of this shift. With the rise of AI in education, we've seen more tools that support AI personalized learning. These tools collect vast amounts of data about how long a student spends on a question, what types of mistakes they make, even how they engage with the material, and then use that data to customize learning paths. Imagine a system that understands you're a visual learner and presents more videos or infographics, or knows when you're ready to move on and pushes harder material. These systems don't just push content, but adjust based on feedback that comes from your actual learning progress. Challenges and considerations. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. There are challenges like protecting student privacy, making sure data isn't misinterpreted, and avoiding over-reliance on technology because education still needs a human touch. Plus, data is only as good as how it's used. If educators don't analyze it thoughtfully, the potential to improve learning can be missed. That's why it's so important for schools and educators to be trained in how to use data effectively. The goal is to empower teachers, not overwhelm them, and help students achieve their full potential. How can you see this in action? If you're curious about getting started with personal learning environments or want to explore AI personalized learning, there are some great platforms out there. For example, Pooks.ai is an amazing tool that leverages AI to create personalized books tailored to your learning needs and interests. This kind of personalized education tool is a great example of data-supported learning outcomes made accessible and fun. And the best part? You can create your personalized book now, for free. It's a fantastic way to see what tailored learning can really feel like and why data matters in the learning process. Whether you're a student, parent, or just a curious learner, tools like this are shaping the future of education, wrapping it up. At the end of the day, data-supported learning outcomes are about making education smarter, more customized, and more effective for everyone involved. It's where personal learning meets technology and creativity, giving students exactly what they need to grow, one step at a time. And with AI and education evolving so quickly, we're going to see even more exciting, personalized education opportunities unfold. So, next time you hear about data in education or personal learning, remember, it's really about helping people learn better by understanding what makes each learner tick. And that's a pretty cool change, don't you think?